Hi guys, I'm so excited about this video today. This is because there's a new opportunity for caregivers that will enable them to get their permanent resident as soon as they arrive in Canada. In this video, I'm going to be sharing the information, what is required of you as a caregiver, the details, the NOCs involved. All right, I want you guys to sit tight, follow me through this video. All right, my name is Raphael Ebuse. This is my YouTube channel. I want you guys to please subscribe. I want you to turn on the notification button because on a regular basis, I post good news, I post informations, I post various opportunities about Canada and how you can come to Canada and how you can get your permanent resident even while you're in Canada. All right, guys, sit tight now as I explain the new pilot program for caregivers that will enable them get their permanent resident on arrival. All right, guys, because there's a new opportunity for caregivers that will enable them to get their permanent resident as soon as they arrive in Canada. In this video, I'm going to be sharing the information, what is required of you as a caregiver, the details, the end. Hello guys, it's good to be back again. So I'm going to be sharing the detailed information you need now to know about this new pilot program, the Caregivers Pilot Program, that is going to be effective in the following days or weeks. All right. So listen tight. All right. So for you guys to be able to understand these new changes that have happened and how it is more advantageous, I'm going to go back down to the recent memory lane. That's to 2023. I'm not going to go back to the 2021 or years before that, just 2023. In the year 2023, the new changes that was made or that were made was that every year Canada invites 5,500 primary applicants. All right, 5,500 primary applicants every year, and the NOCs that were involved were NOC 4411, which is Child Care Program or Child Care Workers Program. Then the second NOC was NOC 4412, which was the Support Workers Pilot Program. So these were the two NOCs that were involved when it comes to caregiving or caregivers. And the requirement then was that you must have worked in Canada in one of these NOC for 1 year in a row, all right, not cumulatively, in a row in the past 3 years. And the work or the job must be a full-time job. What makes a job a full-time job is that it must be at least 30 hours in a week. So this was one of the requirements. Let me paraphrase it again. You must have worked at least 1 year in the past 3 years full-time, and it must be in a row. All right. Then the second thing, obviously, you should have a job offer. All right. Then you have to meet the educational requirement, which is where you have to have a Canadian diploma or a foreign equivalent. This is where document evaluation comes into play. I've talked about how you can evaluate your document. I talked about WES, all right? So this is where it comes to play. You have to evaluate your document to be able to know if it's equivalent to Canadian diploma or even higher. All right. Then the third thing that was also the requirement was the language test result. Then the benchmark was CAB5. You needed to get minimum of CAB5 to be able to be eligible. Then you must also pass the admissibility check. The admissibility check here is your health. You must be healthy. You must show you've done your medical test and all that. You must also do police clearance, security check, criminality check as well, where you have to do your biometry, where they will have to check if you have any criminal records and all that. So these were the requirements. Additionally, the first NOC, you don't necessarily need to work in the house of the employer. When I mean the first NOC, the NOC that talks about child care support pilot, all right, or child care workers pilot, you need to show that you're taking care of a child that is less than 18 years. You don't necessarily need to stay in the house of the employer. Well, if you get a job that the employer is ready to provide you accommodation, that is a plus as well. But you don't necessarily need to show that you stay in the house of the employer. All right. Then the second NOC, you must also show that you have an offer, you're taking care of someone. That's the support workers. All right. So these were all the requirements back down to 2023 to date. So The new changes now, which is easier and more advantageous for healthcare workers, which is really exciting, is that one, you don't need to have um, Canadian work experience, 1 year Canadian work experience, all right? You don't need that anymore, but you need to have the relevant experience in that particular field in your country. We are not sure the number of years now. They've not really announced if it has to be 1 year relevant experience, foreign experience, or 2 years or 3 years. But I believe if you are able to have, if you have like 3 years or more, then it will be okay. So we're going to wait for more news on that. Then the next thing that they also changed is that the language benchmark has also been reduced from CLB5 to CLB4, which is also a very good thing. You must have a job offer. You must have a job offer for you to be eligible to get your permanent resident on your arrival. You must also pass the admissibility test. You must also pass the admissibility test as well, which is criminality check, security check, head check, and all that. So these are the requirements. And whosoever is going to employ you is going to get an LMIA. I talked about an LMIA in my previous videos, so I want you guys to go and watch that. All right. Must have an LMIA. The video I talked about how you can get yourself a job while you are in the express entry pool. So please go and watch that video if you've not watched it, all right, so that you know what LMIA is. So these are the requirements for you to come to Canada as a caregiver and get your PRO on arrival. So it's easier now. It's a new opportunity. So caregivers, I want you guys to just make use of this opportunity if you are really interested in coming to Canada. So we're going to be waiting to see when this date will be effective. If I'm thinking maybe it's going to be next month, but we're all fingers crossed, all right? So when the date becomes effective, I'll also share it here on my YouTube channel so that you guys will know and start to maximize these opportunities. For now, you can start preparing your documents, start making all the necessary requirements you need and all that. So for caregivers, this is a very big news, and I'm so happy for you guys. Congratulations to the caregivers. And the reason Canada is doing that is because of their aging population. In Canada, there are so many old people, and Canada's, they don't like giving birth to a lot of children. So they work a lot. Those of us in Canada, we know how it is. You're always working here and there. So that's why the Canadian government thought it's hard that they should come up with these new policies, because they need to take care of people that are old, and those that have kids. You have to work to pay your bills. So we need someone as well. They need someone as well to take care of their kids when they go to work. So that's why this new program. So caregivers, take opportunities of this new program, and congratulations to caregivers when it comes to these new pilot programs. All right, guys, I want you guys to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. As you can see, I post informations on a regular basis that I know will benefit you in your quest to come to Canada. I want you to turn on the notifications so that you always be the first to get my video whenever I post them. All right, guys, my name is Raphael Ebose. Nice to meet you guys here again, and I'm going to be coming back again very soon to share more information. Bye for now.